and today we're going to be talking about spondylolisthesis. So what is spondylolisthesis? How's it going, everyone? I'm Dr. Brian Beer at Advanced Health Chiropractic down in the South Loop of Chicago, and today we're going to be talking about spondylolisthesis. So what is spondylolisthesis? Well, spondylolisthesis is a break within the spine where it shifts the spine forward, where the spinal laminar arch breaks forward and it shifts the spine forward. And there's a couple problems that can happen. Essentially, when you have the spinal canal shift forward, it clamps down on that spinal cord and can give you paralysis if taken to the extreme. Right? There's 4 grades of spondylolisthesis. Typically, most people fall under grade 1, but if you have any type of trauma, car accident, football injury where someone hits you in the back, you can break your spine and go all the way to grade 4, which can compress the spine and paralyze you. Now, there is a 5th grade of spondylolisthesis called spondyloptosis, and that only happens typically with car accidents where you break the spine, it folds over top of yourself, and that is a quadriplegic. That's typically what happens, or paraplegic, depending on where you have it in the spine. We're not going to be talking about that today. Typically, the most common is grade 1 spondylolisthesis, and that is typical wear and tear of the facet joints right here to the point where the cartilage shrinks down and the spine starts to shift forward. Well, we see this all the time in our office because it is a repetitive stress injury. When we sit down for a living and we put compression on that spine, the discs flatten, the facet joints get arthritic and they begin to flatten down, and all of a sudden the spine starts to shift forward. Well, that can put a lot of compression on the spinal cord, and there's lots of things we can do in this office to help relieve pressure off that spinal cord and relieve pressure off those nerve roots, which I'm going to show you in a moment. All right, so I got Beamy here. She's going to be our test dummy essentially for what we do for spondylolisthesis. So Beamy doesn't have spondylolisthesis, but this is completely safe. We've done a physical exam and neurological exam on Beamy. These adjustments and these techniques are safe for patients with or without spondylolisthesis, but this typically helps a lot more with patients with those conditions. So go ahead and go face down for me. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take pressure off the spine by gently pulling on Beamy's back by strapping her feet down. What that's going to do is it's going to create space between those facet joints and the disc to help relieve pressure on the spinal cord and the spinal roots. And so what we're going to do is use the table, which has these feet straps right here, and this pole puts in right here. And most patients will have spondylolisthesis between L4 and L5, so that's typically where we contact with our hand. We use the table to drop down, edit that out. We use the table to drop down, and the table's not working either. We'll use the table to drop down and essentially pull on Beamy's lower back. And what this is going to do is it's going to help generate space and give those nerves that are being under compression a break. And we'll work all the way from the L5 to L4, L3, L2, and L1. We'll work all the way from the lower portion of the back on up. And by generating that space, you get pain relief. Got it. Just like that. All right, you can go on your side. Yep. The next thing we're going to do for Beamy's back is an adjustment. And this is an adjustment that we do for patients that were hyperextended, or in spondylolisthesis case, to take pressure off those nerve roots. So we're going to take Beamy's knee and then other knee forward like this. See it bend? And basically, we're going to create a lot of flexion within our lower back to help separate those joints. So go ahead and breathe in and out. Just like that. Other side. Bend the knee, hip forward, and bring the other knee up like this. Contact. Breathe in and out. Relax the shoulder. There we go. Grab my elbow. You're all set, Beamy. If you like that video, make sure you like and subscribe. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure you turn on notification bells. And if you have any more questions, feel free to give us a call.